Chapter in South Africa's return to the world stage was written on the Gold Coast last weekend. Their national surf lifesaving team met Australia in a test for the first time in 18 years. Michael Maher was on the beach to witness the action.
It was the first time the two countries had matched stride and stroke since 1974 in South Africa, and the first competition on our sand since 1971. Like cricket and rugby, South Africa's surf life-saving Springboks are officially out of exile. Lee McGregor represented his country back in 1969. He never thought he'd see this day.
It's something that I've just dreamed about and never ever thought it would come true.
You've had a fantastic preparation for this meet, around about 20 years.
Make it 30. Yeah, 30 years. I've been training since I was 10 years old. I'm now 40.
Greg Lawson, on hand to witness history in the making, was in the 1974 team.
I think you'll find today that they've come out here, I guess, on a mission, and that is to prove that they are up to world standard.
And part of South Africa's future in the sport are the futures of athletes who've recently been given a ticket into surf life saving. The colour of their skin has prevented many competing in the surf, but with development squads like the one that travelled here with the Springboks, there are now new opportunities.
What we're seeing here in Australia, it gives us inspiration to go back and tell the guys, look, you can do it, because they just never had the facilities to train and they never had the chance, really.
After more than 20 years in the wilderness, South Africa can be expected to be at least a little bit rusty. But really anything can happen with conditions as they are today. There's a 2-metre swell out there and there's a big sweep running from south to north. And don't worry about South Africa, they'll be competitive. The icebreaker was the Taplin Relay, with swim, ski and board legs. Unfortunately for South Africa, first up for Australia was Cronulla's water baby Daniel McClellan, who took junior and senior swims at the national titles. To beat the drag that threatened to take the swimmers to Cairns, competitors headed south. In the water there wasn't much in it, with McClellan out in front, but South African Julian Calabo only a few strokes away. But too many to give away when they hit the break, where McClellan excelled. After McClellan tagged paddler Shane Dalziel and Calabo his teammate Olympic canoeist Oscar Shalupski, we received our first surf report.
I had to run down at least 150 metres and then I tried to keep up on the bank as long as I could, and then I got ripped straight down to the can, so you have to go down a long, long way.
Back in the water, Shalupski shovelled his way through the foam, but Dalziel made the most of his start. And the bad news for the South Africans was the man he tagged, 5-time national Ironman champion Trevor Hendy. On his home beach, he was in a mean mood. After he tagged Veronica Lee for the sprint home, the champ was hardly puffing. When you thrive on competition, it's good to have your main competitor back.
They'll be our best competition over the next couple of years, and it's just great to be against them again.
We've never even competed as a South African ever before, so now it's great. I mean, I've competed always under pseudo names in other nations, and this is a great, momentous occasion. Pity we couldn't win the Taplin Relay, but that's the way it goes.
It's only the first event.
Oh yeah, it's only a first event, and there's many more to come, and I think it's going to be a really exciting day today.
Yes, heavy surf rolling in there on the Gold Coast. We'll return a little bit later to see just how the boat crews handle the break.
Tomorrow afternoon